Welcome back to the Hot Pot of Coffee podcast. My name is Brad.
And I'm Amanda.
And we are here with a super special guest because it is a super special episode. What episode is it?
It's episode 20.
We've been doing this for 5 fucking months straight, every single week. Oh my God. I almost forgot. So we have a super special guest.
You almost forgot.
Introduce yourself there, Kim.
Hi, I'm Kim. Okay, I didn't know that this was a special episode, and I feel kind of nervous now.
Oh my God, I just said that.
It's really not.
It's really not.
Oh, no.
I'm not even special, so it's.
I should be nervous, but I'm not. But I wish I was.
I'm gonna pretend to be nervous.
I'm gonna pretend to make you guys feel better. Just kidding.
So she's calling in right now from San Diego, or a whale's vagina. And oh, sorry, I just accidentally thought I almost hung up on her.
Oh,
Muddy.
And that's it.
Yeah, so I went to school with Kim. I met her because she lived with Melvin, which was like, there are certain things like, okay, so like Ruth Bader Ginsburg, right? Okay. Super brave woman. Kim beats that.
Wow.
Like, she made strides by living with Melvin.
Did we tell you about how, we found Melvin on Craigslist?
Of course you did.
Yeah, it was a Craigslist situation. My actual roommate was moving to DC, and one day she's like, "Hey, I found your roommate for my replacement." I'm like, "Oh, cool. Who is it?" And it was Melvin and his little corgi.
And you found him on Craigslist? That's so terrifying.
Yeah, I know.
But little did she know she would end up meeting Melvin and me and Thorgy, and it was a great time. I always thought, like, okay, so the first time Melvin ever told me, he's like, "Hey, come over." And he was like, "I moved in. I've got a new roommate." And I had no idea. I thought it was going to be like some dude or whatever. And then I walk out, and then there's just like blonde 6-foot girl in cowboy boots. And I was like, is this Melvin's roommate's girlfriend? I'm so confused. And Melvin's like, "Oh no, this is Kim." I was like, "Melvin, what the fuck is going on here? Like, did you steal her from the sorority house down the street?"
Oh my God, that's funny.
And I was like, how does that work with like because did you guys have separate bathrooms, or did you share a bathroom? That's right.
We had separate ones.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, no, we shared a bath.
You shared the downstairs bath. That's what I thought.
Yeah, but he lived upstairs in kind of like a lofty situation. It felt very separate, but we did share a bathroom.
Yeah, I was gonna say
that's so weird.
I was like, "No,
did you ever?" Not weird.
I was like, "Did you ever walk in?" And he's like, "No, I mean,
there's locks on the door. Come on, Brad."
I know, but it's Tucson. You don't know if there's locks on the door. Yeah, so that was a lot of fun. And the only thing, my first impression of you, Kim, wasn't that great, because do you remember who you were dating back then?
Oh, yes.
What's his name?
Trevor?
Was it Trev? The guy who looked like he was straight out of like a Brad Paisley fucking music video. He was just like the dumbest, most boring person I've ever met.
Oh, wait a sec. I do know. And I won't mention any names, just in case. Actually, I think this dude no longer follows me on any social media.
Ouch.
So I can say whatever.
You heartbreaker.
I'm a heartbreaker.
Heartbreaker.
Unfortunately, heartbreaker.
Oh, that's a Hot Pockets thing I just did.
Yeah, it works.
I think I know. He was a super tall dude.
Yes.
Yeah. Very tall, big man.
Secretly gay.
Picture dancing. He was secretly gay.
Was he?
But
really?
Just like a very big man. But he was very boring.
I don't want to hear about how big he was, Kim. I just
no, he wasn't.
You can't see it, but Amanda's cracking up.
Right. Yeah.
Now he had a small penis. So, no, Melvin just told me he could like hear you guys all the time, which is funny.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. He was so good about it's so funny because guy roommates, he never brought that up. Girls will make little like, "Oh yeah, heard you guys," or little comments. Sure. Melvin did not. I probably would have asked him straight up if he heard me, and he would have said no.
Yeah, because he wanted to jerk off to it. Sorry.
Oh my God.
Love you, Melvin.
That's so funny.
So now that we've established that you had that past relationship. So we were talking before the podcast about you were recently single.
Right.
So
Correct.
you don't. So explain this guy. What did he do wrong? Obviously, it's his fault.
Obviously.
You have nothing wrong with
No.
you whatsoever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
of course.
so normal, very sane, no major issues or red flags. No, I actually feel really bad about it. He's a good boyfriend. I can't say anything wrong, and I also feel bad about. Man, that's a big topic.
Oh no! Don't worry. We've got the platform and the time. So wait. So if he was how long were you dating for?
We dated for about 2 years.
Oh,
I know.
I think I knew
that's
that.
a long time. Did you know that?
Yeah, I think so because Amanda
Just
asked
on
me,
social
and I was like,
media?
"Yeah, I think she's got a boyfriend," and
Yeah.
I guess not. So what? So I think the most important thing was he also tall?
He was.
Of course,
he was probably about 6'2".
Yeah, I can't imagine you dating someone who wasn't like towering over you.
Totally. Well, I dated when I was first dating, so I didn't really date anyone until I was probably 18, 19-ish. The first guy I ever dated was shorter than me. And it was not a great time.
I mean, everyone's the same height on their back.
Oh, I've had that line used before.
Have you really?
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah.
But it's always from like some 5'6" guy, right?
Totally. Well, especially when it's like another online dating thing, which we can go into talking about later.
No, we'll talk
But
about
that's
that.
definitely their line of like, well, we're at the same height laying down. Like, ah, you sneaky.
Sneaky,
So true.
sneaky.
Sneaky.
Okay, before we get into this, what went wrong? I'm gonna open my drink. Amanda, what are we drinking?
We're drinking blackthorn cider from Ireland.
Ooh.
Oh, I don't like that. No, I'm just kidding.
You don't like
Let's
the
taste.
Irish?
Oh, I was gonna say let's taste it, but we actually had these
Last week.
last week. No, not on the podcast though. We were watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine or something. Oh yeah, I
Sounds
forgot
great.
how good that
and
was.
I'm drinking cider too.
Oh, you are, and
I am, because we're all gluten free. Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm not. I'm just being nice.
Come on. Yeah.
What are you drinking again?
It's stem cider from Colorado, and it's good. It's like a dry cider. It's delicious.
This is a very wet cider. I'm learning my terms. Wet.
Cool.
Wet
It's a very
and dry.
This is a very moist
wet.
cider.
Oh god, no.
I heard that on a podcast that you guys were talking about moist. So things that always come up.
Oh my god, I
But
hate the word moist.
usually,
You always use it though. It's always you that uses it. You say
and
you
it
hate
keeps
it
coming
so
up,
much.
right? You could have kept it at wet, but you decided to go
Yeah,
there.
you went to moist.
Like, that would be my pickup line on Tinder. Like, even as a guy, I'd be like, I'm so moist right now.
No one would swipe right.
I actually read on Reddit the other day. I read the best pickup line on Tinder of like 2019 so far, and a guy just messaged me and he said, "Hey, would you like to steal one of my comfiest sweaters?" And she was like, fuck yeah. And he goes, "Okay, well, you have a choice, the green one or the burgundy one." She was like, burgundy, please. And he goes, "All right, I'll give it to you on our date. When is that again?" And she was like, "God damn it, you're good."
Not bad, not bad.
Not bad.
Okay, that's decent.
Okay, so this guy, you dated for
Smart.
2 years. He was we're gonna give him a pseudonym so we can just call him by it. So Chad.
That's
Chad.
bad.
Tell me his name is not
Chad.
Chad.
Yeah.
No?
No, it is not Chad. I don't know if I've never dated a Chad.
That's
before.
good.
Wow, you guys
Yeah, it's
always
good.
make me feel horrible about my name being Brad.
Brad.
I mean,
Brad.
Yeah,
I
but
almost didn't swipe right
yeah, but
because of the name.
but I'm not
Wait, so you guys met online as well? Good for you.
not on Tinder though. My brother is getting
What
married.
website? What
Hinge.
app? I did Hinge. I'm doing Hinge right now.
Yeah, Hinge has a little less dick. I mean, I don't know. I've never sent a dick pic in my life.
Well,
Okay.
one of my friends is on Hinge and she gets dick pics.
Yeah, but
so.
see, me, I'm so comfortable with my dick that I don't want people to I don't want to share it around. It is it's like if you want to see it, you gotta like see it in person.
No one wants
Like live.
a
Like
dick
live.
pic. No one wants.
It's like you know my dick is like? My dick is like 21 Pilots. Like you can like listen to it on your iPod or whatever, but it's not the same as going to the concert.
Oh my god.
That's hilarious.
I just made it up right now, and it makes so much sense to me.
Does it? Okay.
I've been watching
I'm
way
glad
too
it
much.
makes sense to
I've
you.
been watching way too much Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah, constantly.
Anyway, so Chad. So he was a good boyfriend up until something happened.
Yeah. No, and that's the thing with this. There wasn't any like big happenings. necessarily. It just over time, for a while couldn't see myself long term with this guy. I mean, being together for 2 years is a long time still to have that realization, but the fact that I'm with the job that I could be moving anywhere, we would have been long distance for at least 4 years. There was like enough reasons that it wasn't going to happen. So
no, I get that.
So,
like I was
broke it
in college. I was with my ex for what, 4 years, and I realized
wow.
that. But I'm kind of fucked up in the head, so I don't really ever.
So am I, and I try to explain that. I'm like, look, me,
Yeah, but
messed up.
Yeah, I'm kind of messed up too. I don't know. I had this conversation, I think, the other day. I've never thought about marriage or like anything like that, like ever. I don't know, or like necessarily. Maybe I'm just crazy, or maybe I'm just in love with my cat, or maybe it's Maybelline. But dude, he's the best. Oh my God, you would love him, Kim.
Aw.
He's the best.
Probably
He
would.
thinks he's a dog. It's so cute.
Yeah.
So was he hurt? Was he just heartbroken? Was he so
He was.
Oh my God, did he cry like a little bitch?
Oh my God.
Yeah, okay, this whole thing I feel like total shit about. It was not a good thing. Like, no breakups are ever good, but I felt like the worst human being.
So false. Look what happened with Blink-182. We had Angels and Airwaves, and
It was not good.
Never mind, it wasn't good. So let's keep going.
No, breakups are just so bad.
How did you do it? Did you take him out to a nice dinner at Korean barbecue? And
Oh my God.
That's horrible.
No, he was, because he was down here visiting.
oh, you did it in person?
I did, and I didn't know.
That's the good thing to do. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, but she has an excuse.
I was thinking about, I'm like, is there ever even a decent way? But no. And then I bought his flight back home, like a few hours later kind of thing. And it was awful. And never want to relive that.
I mean, that was nice of you, though.
I guess. I was like, I'm the worst human being ever.
No, you're not.
I felt so mean.
You are not the worst human being
so
ever.
Bad.
But
yeah,
you could have been like, oh, I got to get on this big giant Navy ship. Bye.
Yeah. Which is, sorry.
Bye.
I'm just gone, and then just disappear. And just...
Going to Japan. Bye.
Oh my
I think I am going to Japan.
Ooh, I'm gonna try to go there this year, next year.
Yeah.
I fucking love Japan.
I've never been there. I don't know anything about it, but I'm pretty sure. I'm hoping that I can go there next, but we shall see.
Oh, I just bought 2 Peter Licks of his Japanese collection. If you don't know who Peter Lick is, then we're not going to waste time on this. So, yeah. So wait, it was already long distance.
So we had lived together in Colorado. Well, not lived together, but we were dating when I was living in Colorado in dental school, and then I got moved out here, and basically from this point forward, it would have been long distance. So. Blah, blah, blah.
So Chad cried.
So he cried.
Did you pity him with breakup sex or no?
No, I didn't do that. I didn't do breakup sex. That's weird. I've done that once, and it's like the worst. Not with him, but with a different.
Yeah, you're like crying and coming at the same time. It's weird. Yeah.
Oh.
I've never
I wonder
done
what that's like.
I was dating this dude, and he was actually the worst boyfriend ever, like the absolute worst boyfriend. And then he tried to win me back, blah, 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 blah. He had never said I love you the entire time that we dated. And then we kind of had like breakup-y, whatever sex. And then he said, I love you. And I was like, what?
This is the wrong time.
Yeah. Yeah, it was weird.
It might have just been like a slip. Like he came and he's like, I love you.
I love you. No, trust me, it was not a slip. He's still.
Oh, he still tries to get with you?
Oh, yeah.
Why don't you just block him?
I know, I did. Yeah.
God, goddamn Chads, dude.
So
They're
many
all
Chads
Chads.
in the world.
Yeah.
There's so many Chads in the world.
So many Chads.
So many Chads. So well, you don't seem that broken up over it. Because you jumped.
You're fine.
No, I took some time off. I took actually a good week off. I'm just kidding. I took a while off.
You know who's the best boyfriend Kim ever had?
Who?
Boyfriend? Me. Because I helped that bitch move. And I drove her to the train station when she left for LA.
Wow.
That was awesome.
Yeah, I know. And you didn't see me, but I totally waved at the train and I played like Celine Dion. It was great. No, she had to move, and I've never seen someone have so much shit in the planet.
I know.
And then it was like
So
me and
much.
Melvin and like and we tried to fit shit in your like Toyota Supra with 2 seats, whatever the fuck you had.
Oh. Was it the Miata?
It was the
at time?
Miata. She tried to
Yeah.
fit like her whole apartment in a Miata.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Bad
possible.
idea.
And then that little tiny dog also.
Oh, yeah.
Just shoved in the Miata.
Little Ollie.
Yeah, and then she moved to this like place that was like it was like a side house, right? To someone's house.
Yeah, she was this this pediatric dentist who I used to work with.
And you only lived there for like 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
No, less.
Pretty much less. Almost, I think it was only a month or 2.
Oh my god.
Because
Oh
I
my
had to
God.
get out of my lease. I was in such a panic because I graduated graduated undergrad, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to go to dental school afterwards or what I wanted to do. So I took time off and was like lost in life, as we are sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
You
But,
are
yeah,
so deep.
So then I lived in someone's guest house. So deep.
That's how you
Yeah.
know you're fucked. You live in someone's guest house.
Yeah, totally. And I was like, here I'm like friends with Brad. Are you kidding me?
You know what I will never forget
This
though?
is my all-time low.
You what's that stuff called? You know what I will never forget that you introduced me to though? For the rest of my life? You are the person who introduced me to kombucha. Do you
To
remember
what?
that? Kombucha. Do you remember that?
Oh, did I? Yeah. You're welcome. drink
That's
it.
that's the first time I knew she was gonna live in California.
Oh,
Oh my god.
goodness.
No, but
Yeah.
wow, that was rude, dude. She just said she was friends with me, and that's how she knew her life was at an all-time low.
I love how you're just not realizing.
Yeah, I'm just drinking, so it took a second to hit.
You're like, oh, wait a second. Can we
Yeah. We still got a few more
I feel like I'm
minutes
gonna get
in the
a text
episode, but then I'll
later,
kill
like-
myself.
You're like, did you really mean what you said?
Yeah,
I'm gonna
no,
text
I'm
later
not like
about
your
that.
ex. I don't really care. So,
That's what they all say. Oh, I don't care. It's cool, man.
Amanda,
Sure.
do I have any sort of care for... Oh, you don't know me very much these days. That's true. I used to care a lot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I used to. But let's jump on to the funny part. So now single,
Yeah.
now you're on the apps
Right.
where people find love every day and no one ever gets sexually assaulted. Just kidding. So what apps did you try?
So I had Bumble for just a very brief period of time.
Yeah,
But the issue is with Bumble, as a very tall female, you don't see how tall the person is that you're potentially going to go on a date with. That's a problem.
you're like...
Like, it's an actual concern of mine. I remember, so in between when I was in dental school, when I was single, so I've kind of been in a lot of long relationships, but there was short periods of time that I was single, and I tried Bumble, and I remember having anxiety that I would show up to this date and tower over some guy.
So you would wear like flats.
Yeah, I would wear super flats, and then sometimes I would even be like, hey, just FYI, before you commit to a date with me, I'm 5'11", Fred.
Aww.
And yeah, and I just like kind of threw it out there, and because the thing is, you can't really judge a guy's height on the apps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because they can
We're
lie like a
always
motherfucker.
wrong. They can lie, and you just have no idea. I don't know. I've tried it with my roommate from dental school. She would go on dates all the time. We always played this game of looking at their Bumble pictures and trying to figure out how tall we think they are. And we were always wrong every single
Oh,
time.
that's
Every
sad.
time. But she's a shorter gal, so she can date whoever. But I mean, like, I'm almost 6 feet tall. It's hard.
So what stopped you from just going out to the country bars and picking people up?
Okay, you do not want to date guys at a country bar. Ever.
This is true.
I mean, that
You
is
don't.
how you met what's his name in Tucson, right? So
Yeah, he was actually a decent one, but
no, he wasn't.
yeah, he was okay, but he was really
We all
he was,
hated him, Kim.
educated.
We all
Oh,
hated
did you?
Dude, he was a douchebag.
Was he?
Yes.
I wonder if we're talking about the same person.
Yes.
He was a
All of
douchebag?
them.
All of them were douchebags.
Any guy in Tucson who goes to a country bar and goes home with a girl is a
Okay.
douchebag.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so
But he was like, I didn't meet him at a country bar. It was friends of friends. So it was kind of a normal situation if we're talking about the same person. But in general, you don't go to country bars and typically meet decent people. Like all the guys that I've met just at a country bar, they all dip, first of all. That's a problem.
Oh yeah, that's so
that is
gross.
a problem.
They really do. Yeah.
Yeah, she's a dentist, so she hates that.
Oh my gosh, hate it. And like gingivitis, periodontal disease. So all the things that come along with. So anyway, yeah.
So now you're on.
Decent people out. So now I have to force. I'm on Hinge. I'm doing Hinge now, and I like Hinge because see the height. Seem to have a better.
You're such a heightist. That's like racist, but for height.
No, it's not even.
Oh my god.
Okay. You know what's the annoying part? I think I'd be okay with dating a short guy.
You think that backpedaling, Amanda? It's amazing.
No. Okay, here's what I will say though. Shorter guys are so much funnier typically than tall men.
Yeah, like look at Melvin. Look at Melvin. He was hilarious and he had to be.
So funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So would you rather date okay, both of these guys are gorgeous, ready? A 6'5" guy with a 5-inch dick or a 5'8" guy with an 11-inch dick?
Interesting.
It's huge.
Okay, fine. We'll go like an actual big dick. So a 5'8" guy with like an 8.5-inch dick, or a 6'5" guy with a 4.5-inch dick. This is fully hard.
This is a toughie.
Isn't it tough?
Is a tough question. Okay.
You have to answer.
Okay, I would still, in this particular case, I'd probably still date the taller guy. But the only determining factor would be who's funnier.
Oh no, they're both
hilarious.
super attractive. Besides their height, they're both like Andy Samberg hilarious.
Okay.
And they both make 6 figures a year.
Okay, well, like which one can throw me over their shoulder like a savage?
Both of them do CrossFit.
Okay.
But also, neither of them are comfortable enough picking you up in the shower.
What?
I'm just adding
so
super.
specific.
Yeah, I'm adding very specific details.
So difficult. Can all of us answer this question?
Yeah,
Brad,
me. Okay, which guy? No, I'm just kidding.
Yes.
Yeah, which guy?
No, well, I'm the kind of guy
like if you were a female, hypothetically, which man would you choose?
Oh gosh,
ahead.
I've never had a dick in me, so I don't know what it feels like. But we'll go with girls. For me,
So
I mean, everyone.
a 6'5" girl with a 8.5-inch dick.
Fuck you! How'd you know?
It could happen.
So we're not in Thailand. No, I personally, I mean, we all know here because we all know me. I like skinny people, right? So as long as I can pick them up and put them against a wall, I'm good. I don't like fat at all. Like, call me kiddie pool because I'm shallow as fuck. So that's my answer.
That doesn't answer anything.
But no, Kim knows this. Kim knows this because she saw the kind of girls like I would like. So I like skinny small tits. Everyone knows this.
Skinny small tits.
Skinny small tits. I'm like the weirdest guy on the planet. I hate boobs.
That is so funny and weird.
I hate big boobs. Like people are like, I only have A's, and I'm like, oh yeah, for sure I have because I tell everyone. Like people are, but I have A's, and I'm like, oh fucking perfect.
Yes.
What?
Can you make that a bigger thing?
I'm like an Asian parent. Like I want all A's.
You shop in the itty bitty titty.
I am president.
Where
of the
he found me.
I'm president of the itty bitty titty committee. No,
good.
Kim,
I'm a member of.
I think Kim has smaller boobs than you, Amanda.
That's impossible.
Wow. Yeah. No, I'm small.
No,
yeah.
I think you're both like A+ students.
Yeah, I think it's just. They're just little gals.
Yeah.
Little gals. That's
Little
perfect,
gals.
though. Imagine all the things you couldn't do if you had big boobs.
It's
True.
Like
true,
how annoying it would be to run.
Yeah.
From sexual assault.
Do push-ups. No.
It's very true.
But see, I was so convinced that I was going to get fake boobs as soon as I moved out here.
Oh my
And I've
god!
yet to get
I
them.
would have been. You wouldn't be on this podcast right now. I'll tell you that.
What?
What?
I'll tell you that you would not be invited. I
Oh my
hate
gosh,
that.
Come on. Really?
Yeah, you would not
So
look good
I
with
decided
boobs.
against it. I didn't do it. Okay, what about nipple piercings?
Oh.
How do we feel about those?
Are you okay? So
I don't have one, but
as
I want
as
one.
someone in the medical industry, I will say this, and my ex had them, and I will tell you, it can go one of two ways. They can either. Why do you want them? First of all.
I don't know. I just feel like it would be kind of cool to just be very unassuming and have a nipple piercing.
Well, let me tell you this. My dick's pierced, and no, I'm just kidding. It can ruin. So, do you want kids?
Yes.
I would be careful then, because it can ruin the glands in your nipple if it's done wrong, and you can also lose
sensation.
Feeling. Yeah, sensation.
So, like, if you have kids, it's like suddenly it's kind of like a sprinkler system.
Oh my god, it's like a Capri Sun, but you missed the like spot where you have to put the thing in, and it's all sideways and shit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But what if I just did one, and then the other one's like more functional?
So it's like winking at you.
Yeah.
So it's like nipple wink.
Some celebrities are doing the one nipple thing, and it seems kind of cool.
Yeah,
it's just a thought in my head.
Yeah. What about a tattoo instead? That seems a little less dangerous.
On my nipple.
Oh well, whoa! You haven't seen me since half my upper body's done now.
Dang, see, I want to do that.
I have I'm working. I have a quarter sleeve now. I'm working. I'm gonna finish my half sleeve, but I have that done. My entire left shoulder to my like upper back is done. Both of my sides are completely done. Yeah, my chest, my left pec is done. Yeah, I have a lot of tattoos.
Nipple.
You're just missing a nipple piercing.
Yeah. I have a lot of and I'm not done. I'm gonna be like the illustrated. My goal is to be like the illustrated man. I'm gonna have like half of my upper body done, and then I want my like whole left side to be done on my upper body, and then I want my entire right leg. So it's like switched off.
I want to be able to do that in my life.
Why can't you?
Oh, I could. Yeah, I think I could. So in the military too, at least in the Navy, you can get tattoos, and it's a cool thing.
Oh yeah, all my clients, all my surgeons are they have 2-sleeve tattoos. Like
really?
Oh yeah, no one gives a shit.
Wait, they're military or they're just?
No, they're just civilian, and I work for one of the like biggest companies in the world, and everyone's got tattoos. No one cares anymore.
It looks so cool. And nobody cares anymore. Plus, I had a doc once who was tatted, and I was like, that is so hot.
Whoa, calm the fuck down.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
You're drinking dry cider because she's getting wet as hell. High five.
Oh, boy.
Okay, that was great.
Yeah, okay.
That's why I texted her before this. I was like, you have heard our podcast before, right? Because we get quite inappropriate.
Be a little inappropriate. It's okay.
Very. Oh yeah, one of Amanda's friends like won't come on anymore because she's kind of religious. So the first time she was on, we said some stuff.
That's not why she won't come on anymore.
I mean,
she will still come on.
Lorin still can. Lorin's our Amanda's best friend. She's also a dentist. Mm-hmm. And we asked her, should we ask her the same? Would you rather?
Sure.
Okay? Well, here's the question. So when you share this around this episode, share it with people. Are you going to share it with your work colleagues or no? I don't want you to be like, say stuff that you'll be like embarrassed you said. You know what I mean?
Right. Yes. I have to be careful who I share with now because half my following is exes, right?
Oh no, that's the best, dude.
I'm just kidding. Need to know. So it does worry me that I would say something awful about a person.
Oh no, it's not about a person. It's a would you rather about your job.
So we can do a would you rather.
It's extremely
my
sexual
work
in
friends
nature.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
No, I wish I was more embarrassed about this stuff. So
no, I'm so happy you're not. Okay, wait. So we'll get to it because first I want to hear about. We said it to Lauren at the end. So first I want to ask you this. So now you're on Hinge,
right.
And before the podcast we were talking about just how much. So it doesn't sound like you had a ton of experience on dating apps before this. So what's your experience been like, and how often do you want to just kill everybody on the planet because you realize we're hopeless?
Such good questions. Yeah, no, you just okay. And I think I was telling you earlier, I didn't realize how big of kind of an epidemic this whole Weiner picture sending thing
I like how she calls it Weiner picture instead of dick pic.
Weiner picture.
No, here's the deal though. Here's also what I've decided. Like before a dick is functional in like sexy time, it's a wiener.
Yeah, no, that's 100% true. Yeah,
that's so true because you can't call it like it's just a wiener. Like in sex, you can call it anything and it's okay. But before that, it's just a wiener. And
Yeah, I mean, like
just
during
how I
sex, it
clap.
wouldn't be very sexy to like whisper in a guy's ear, like, "Shove your wiener into me." Oh, your wiener is so big.
Totally, but before that, you can call it a wiener, a penis, anything like
peen.
that.
I love
peen.
peen.
Peen
That's
is
the
my
best
favorite
word.
That's what like girl talk when we're talking about. We call it a peen.
So wait,
With my
then
sister specifically. So anyway, they said like wiener pics.
the one about a vagina though. What do you call it before sex? I guess a vag.
Yeah,
It's still that's such a gross word though, vag.
I know. All the words are.
I
Just
mean,
not
it's not
that
like
great.
penis is a great word.
Pussy's
so.
not a bad word. Pussy's
Right.
kind of a sexy word until you see a non-sexy pussy, and then you're like,
Right. And what would you call a non-sexy pussy? What is it now? That's a vag.
Thigh
for
wound.
sure.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I've seen some shit as an
Thigh
EMT.
wound?
I've seen like a 600-pound woman's vagina, and it
Oh.
was. You ever seen that movie Into the Descent? That cave diving movie?
No.
It's kind of like that.
No.
It's fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
But yeah, vag is. Yeah, I wouldn't want to put my peen in a vag. That doesn't
Never.
like.
No.
And I also hate the word cock because it sounds so angry.
It does.
Cock sounds like angry, like it's about to like slap you in the cheek.
I mean, that's
Sometimes you want that. So what are you gonna do?
Okay, let's go in on that.
Okay,
So
let's go in on that
sometimes
one.
Kim
Okay,
likes to be
anyways.
slapped. Is that what you're saying? Okay, well that's a good question.
Uh,
Wait, that's a good question. What is your fetish?
Oh no. Okay, I'm not ready for this one yet. We'll get to this.
Think about that.
Because we've all
We'll
shared.
get back to some
And
point, though.
Lauren had her fetish. She
It
said
wasn't
it.
hers.
Wait, what was her fetish? The dentist told you her fetish?
Yeah, theirs is.
What was it?
She likes to. It's not like it's like a before sex fetish. They like to groom each other.
No, he likes to be
Oh,
groomed.
he likes to be groomed.
Mark likes to be groomed.
What do you mean?
Like, I know exactly. Like, not like when you groom someone for like the sex trade. I'm talking about like she like grooms him.
Like playing with his hair, just
Like-
like I don't know, like
plucking his eyebrows.
yeah, like grooming
What?
him. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Okay, so you think about your fetish and let's talk about him. So
Sure.
you've gotten a lot of dick pics.
A decent amount, and just
Are they warranted?
I
like
just
you
didn't-
don't ask
No,
No
No,
one
let me tell
asks
you about
for
one.
them.
nobody asked for them. Like, I guarantee you, a decent person, if he asked for a dick pic, he'd be like, no. Well, no, he'd probably still send it, but
No,
This
I would
one-
never send a
ugh.
dick pic ever.
ugh,
Ever.
it's annoying. So one of them. So this was when I was first on Hinge. I'm like fresh out of a relationship. I don't know what my dating potential is at this point. You know, I'm kind of like, ooh, I'll take what I can get. I don't know what's out there. I don't know who'd be interested in me. So I'm like swiping on people that I probably wouldn't swipe with at this point in my dating experience. So anyway, I swipe on this dude. He's like white guy, glasses, kind of crazy hair. He tells me that he just graduated. He got his master's degree. He's trying to find a job, and right now he's working at his parents' avocado grove. Is that
Where
the
is
correct
this,
term?
Oregon?
I mean, no, that's California.
I know,
How
it's
dare
just
you?
Super California. So he works at an avocado place, which I was kind of interested in.
I mean,
like,
he
I
can
like
get you like
avocados.
free avocados.
Free
Well-
avocados, like walk for life.
So you were like,
Yeah.
I like avocados, and he's like, how about this? And he sent you a picture of his dick, and his balls were inside of an avocado.
Well, that would just be
Yeah.
creative. That'd be a little bit better than just a dick
Dude.
pic.
He's like,
I
vegan
wish,
dick.
you know what? Jeez. No, so I don't know. So I like swipe on him. We talked for a little, and then he's like, "Hey, do you have Snapchat?" And
Oh,
it's
no.
super innocent,
Oh,
so
no.
innocent. And I'm like, "Sure, here's my Snapchat." I don't know. Again, I'm like a few weeks into doing this whole online dating thing, and at this point he just starts sending me a ton of selfies. Like just selfies of him smiling without his teeth showing. It was weird.
That's so
weird.
rapey.
It's so bad. So a few of them, I didn't even send pictures of myself. I didn't even send a selfie of myself because at this point I'm kind of like, okay, that's weird. I'm better looking than you are. I'm not gonna send
Ooh.
pictures of myself right now. This is terrible to say, but I'm just saying.
No, that's
I-
true.
I got to
No.
the
You know
point
your
where-
league. You know your league.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Anyway, so I stopped responding, and then he was like double timing me selfies, a
Oh,
ton of
God.
selfies, and every now and again I just be like, "Oh, hey, how are you?" Like very friendly. And then one day I opened up the Snapchat, boom, dick pic.
Why is it always? They always do it when they feel you like slipping away, and they think this will keep them.
How many
gonna
dick
do
pics
it.
have you gotten,
This is-
Amanda?
I haven't gotten any. This is my friends. Like,
Oh, And I didn't even think I was the kind of person to get a dick pic. I'm like, I'm a professional. Like, people aren't going to send me dick pics.
I am a professional.
Wrong with dudes? I've never even thought about sending a dick pic, ever.
No, don't do it. It was so weird. It was so creepy because I'm like, it was like ungroomed and like jungle of hair, super pasty.
It was like the Al-Qaeda of penises.
It was so gross. And I wish I would have said something back, but I deleted him and blocked him.
Yeah.
And I was so creeped out by him. It was just not a nice
Did you report him at least?
No, I should have. That's a lot of work, but
no, you just hit the report button. That's your big mistake being on Snapchat. I erased Snapchat. I'm no longer on there.
Yeah.
I just have Instagram, but
yeah. I mean, the Snapchat's fine. I don't know. With most of my friends
normal
on
people.
It's fine. Yeah, normal people, friends, it's fine. But this one, I just feel like it was so unwarranted. I did not even give any indication that it was even going the direction of dick pic, wiener pic. So his was like a weenus.
Like it was that small as a weenus?
Yeah, it was awful.
That's disgusting.
So
that's not the only one you've gotten then.
Yeah, I mean just random people, and then one guy. So talking about fetishes, one guy. And this one was going south. I mean, he could tell I was probably never going to actually meet him in real life. So then he starts telling me about his fetishes and what he wants in his future marriage. And he has this fetish of wanting a slutty girlfriend / slutty wife. Like he wants his wife or girlfriend, whomever, to cheat on him.
Yeah, it's called being cucked.
That's so weird.
Yeah, it's a real thing. So it's called a cuck. So he wants to know. He gets off. This is a real fetish. He gets off on knowing his girlfriend or wife is cheating on him.
Yeah. Yep.
Which is
that's so weird.
You weren't into that, really?
I mean, I was like, whatever. With the right person, maybe that's something that you'd be into. But I never heard that one before. I've heard a lot of.
Yeah, no, that's a real one. It's called cuck. It's a whole line of porn. It really is. Yeah, wait, so...
But he was like, his idea, and he just was, I was just very curious. I'm like, tell me more.
You're like, wait, I can fuck other guys and be with you?
I'm like, sold. All right. But he basically described it as he wants like his wife to be banged by super manly men, and then he wants to like be the next guy to have sex. Does that make any?
Yep, it's called being cucked, and it's fucking weird.
Like, yeah. There's another term. I don't even remember. I looked this up at one point, and it was very interesting.
My fetish is walking in on my wife or girlfriend cheating on me and putting a bullet in both of their heads. That's my fetish.
Oh, yeah.
And then going to prison for 20 years.
Yeah.
Where I become gang leader.
It's a very elaborate fetish.
So have you met anyone decent on Hinge yet? Hooked up with anyone?
No, I've actually met some pretty decent people.
You've gone on a date?
I've gone on a few. Okay, so I've met in real life 3 people now, I think.
Okay, 2 of them were lying about their height.
No, to be fair, on Hinge, I've met some very like actual good-looking tall dudes. So they seem pretty okay, but just I don't know. One. So actually, one of the first dates I went on was a guy. He's like 33. He's a surgeon. So I'm like, jackpot. This sounds great.
Okay, gold digger, keep going.
Right. Well, I have my own money, so it's not even a gold digging thing.
It's just like, hey, he's got a great career.
He's got a great career. I'm very attracted to ambitious men in general. So the money thing is actually not that important. But they do need to make some type of income. But during the date,
income on your. Sorry. Keep.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh, there's Brad. There he is.
There he is. Oh, he's killing it with the jokes. So.
Jacques. Yeah. Jacques.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, he was
during
born.
the date, blah blah blah. So I found out he was like divorced and had 2 kids.
Ooh.
And he's like, well, it was on my Hinge profile, and at the time I was like, I don't think it was, but I went home to confirm. Was not on his Hinge profile.
Ooh.
He tricked me.
So what did you? So that was it.
So I ghosted that one.
You ghosted him, as all adult females do.
Yeah.
They do. No, really.
Yeah.
I got super ghosted on a date.
Yeah.
On a date, like they left during the date.
Yeah.
No. I went out with this. This was like 2 years ago, I went on a Hinge date, and was it Hinge or Bumble? I think it might. What it doesn't really matter which one it was, but I just remember it went really well, and like nothing had happened. We just went out and had dinner, and then she set up the next day. She was like, "Let's go out again next week." Blah blah. I was like, "Yeah, sounds good," and then completely fucking ghosted me. And I was like, "That is the most mature way to handle this."
That's
Thank
so
you.
rude.
I know, just completely fucking ghosted me. But it's probably a good thing because she had like 4 cats. I mean, I've one, but on accident, right? Because I saved him, and he's a dog, or else I would have kicked him out. But yeah, no, that was probably a good thing. But ghosting to me, like, I'm sure I've done it too, but it's just so like, send a text. I've actually had one girl who, this was in the same like time frame, literally texted me back and was just like, "Hey, I don't think, this is going to go anywhere. I can see you feel that you are into this more than I am, but I had a great time, and I hope you find something." And I was like,
"That's great. That's how it should be."
"Thank you very much." I was like, "Cool." And then I texted her a dick pic and said, "No, I'm just kidding."
Like, this'll change her mind.
Yeah, this'll.
Now she's like, definitely no.
Maybe if I'm half hard, it'll change her mind.
Oh my gosh.
Thinking about you, hashtag. Okay. So.
No, that's the better way to do it. And it honestly depends on the situation. Because I would prefer to just be very upfront if it is far enough along that it needs that.
Yeah.
But that's the way that it should be, is having that conversation. But sometimes, yeah, I don't know.
So is there anyone like that you have gone on a date with and you're waiting for your second date? Like, you're actually excited, or no?
Yeah, there was one actually that I'd be excited about. It's too soon to say.
Oh, he hasn't texted you back?
Actual decent. No. I think we text a lot. He's actually pretty cool.
Ooh, Jeremy.
I'm not gonna say.
I'm gonna assume it's one of those. Jeremy, Andrew, Chad.
Yeah.
No Chad.
Oh, no Chad.
Never
Benjamin.
Chads.
He's not sent me a dick picture. And that was the only criteria I had at this point. I'm like,
wow, your expectations.
My bar is so low.
I'm gonna lock him down.
My bar is
That's all it is. My bar is so low.
He's like, he didn't send me a dick pic, but he did send me a vag pic of his ex-girlfriend.
But you know what? As long as it's not a dick pic.
I'll take it to know what I'm up against.
Yeah.
Oh my God. But what if like you get into that relationship and then like his fetish is something like just super creepy, like he wants to like dress up like a baby?
Oh.
Have you heard about that?
No.
Oh my God, we have so much
Tell
to teach
me about
you.
that.
There's an actual fetish where people like to dress up and act like babies.
It's called Daddy Dom.
No.
That is,
Daddy Dom.
Daddy Dom something baby. I don't remember. Like, it's
Yeah, like they'll dress up in a diaper and like literally shit their pants, and like the other person will clean it up and stuff like that.
That's
so weird.
I'm so happy I'm ruining
I feel like
for you.
see, it's one of those things that we're all gonna knock it now, but you're gonna get so bored in your sex life one day. You're gonna do shit like that.
No, that's why you hold anal off till like the last second.
So true.
So true.
So true.
But
approaching 30s, no, it's time.
Seriously, dude, you gotta.
Yeah.
At some point, you gotta give it up. You know what I mean? Like
you do. Yeah.
Yeah. Because like, if you're not gonna do it, some 22-year-old college girl is gonna do it.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean?
It's so true, though. Yeah.
Like at some point, you gotta think like, look, if he's asking for it enough, like, there is some girl on Tinder whose ass is wide open for business. So.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
100%.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, and your personality is only gonna go so far for so long. It's time.
Yeah, your personality is only gonna go past the first date. Let's be honest.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, I'm a piece of shit.
You're a piece of shit.
So then like, what? So did you think about your fetish? It doesn't have to be like weird. Like what? Okay, so I think people think the word fetish is like they put too much pressure behind it. Like a fetish is just something like you like that gets you, like, when you think about it, it makes you want to like have sex, like, or something you want to do during sex. It doesn't have to be like 4 guys sharing me on a rooftop in fucking New Jersey. Like that doesn't have to be
very specific.
That's a very specific fetish in my past life.
Just flying to New Jersey all the time.
Like, Kim, like I imagine yours is like you want to keep your cowboy boots on.
Oh, so okay. Me answering this depends on who I'm going to share this podcast with.
Oh.
So I want to stay anonymous. If I stay anonymous, I will tell you everything.
What does that mean? Stay anonymous.
Dilemma.
Like,
not anonymous, but like, am I going to share this with my friends and colleagues?
Instagram?
So like,
oh, you have like 1,000 followers on Instagram. That's cool.
I just hit slightly over 1,000 now, and I'm so proud. I almost wanted to do a post to thank my 1,000 followers, but I felt like
how many people see your stories?
Like 300. It's not that many, right? That's not a lot.
No, that's more than me. A lot more.
Well, no, but yeah, I feel like I would have done one of those big posts and then lost a bunch of followers because they're like, you're an asshole now. You let the same go to your
I don't
head.
want to follow you.
I don't want to follow you. Just
Oh, for that. Oh, for this. So who like all those people follow you on Instagram, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to answer anything you're uncomfortable answering.
Yeah. I mean, I'm comfortable. But I gotta keep a little mystery, for the followers.
Sure. We want her to share this on Instagram, so we need
Right.
So maybe she won't do the would you rather because that one's pretty.
No, that one's fine.
Are you sure?
I can do that.
I mean, you can say it, and if she doesn't want to answer it,
okay.
she doesn't have to.
The listeners will be so disappointed. So we asked Lauren this, okay? Now this is very serious, okay? You can laugh, but I'm being serious.
Okay.
You love being a dentist, right?
I do actually, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you really love it.
I love it.
Yeah, you love it. That's her fetish is just cleaning your teeth right before.
No, okay. I do not clean teeth.
Do you go into a dude's bathroom?
She's not a hygienist, you dumbass.
I'm not a hygienist.
Yeah, you're a...
No. Okay, can I tell you real quick, too? This dude... Some guys think it's like hot to have this as a pickup line. I've heard it from a few people, but one guy on Hinge, his opening line was, "Ooh, I could definitely use a teeth cleaning." It's like, no.
You're like, okay, I'll schedule you with my hygienist. Like,
right,
I'm not touching
I'll
it.
stick my dick in your mouth. That's what you should say back. Like, all right, I'll stick my dick in your mouth. Like, excuse me?
What? But I could actually make a business from Hinge, I think, of just attracting potential,
Yeah.
Fucking creeps.
That could be a good way to like expand my business. Granted, I can't do it right now because I work for the man, but in the future.
So, how much longer do you have? 4
years.
That's not bad.
So, but I think if I start now, I could slowly start building up my patient base from Hinge. And by the time
You are a businesswoman.
Like, Hinge customers get a 10% off. Like,
where do you want to end up? Like, what's...
Back here. I would come back
here. San Diego?
Yes.
Okay.
Totally would come back here. I love it. Especially here. I kind of live in Carlsbad-ish area. It's nice.
Ooh, I like Carlsbad.
It's
That's
so
a good
cute.
area.
Yeah. Perfect weather. Everything is great.
Man, we should have hit you up. La Jolla is pretty close, like, right?
Very Carl's, yeah, it's a little north, but it's close.
Yeah, next time we're at the condo, we'll text you. Okay. So what do you do like Battlefield then? Like, you know what I mean? Like people get their like whole mouths blown up and then you go in. Like, what's your job?
Sorry, because I work at a hospital, so we do actually take a lot of calls for people who do have any kind of head or neck trauma or infection. But I mean, right now, especially being in California, there's not anybody who's just getting their faces blown up. But there are Marines on the weekends who like to get into fights, and we get to do that.
And they don't hit on you? That's what I'm talking about. Like, I'm surprised there's not a lot of sexual harassment in the Navy.
I mean, yeah, but the thing is with the military, you will lose your rank, you will lose your pay.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
And you can't sue. You can't sue military doctors if you're in the military.
You can't. But the thing is, you can lose a lot of privileges if you don't provide good care.
Oh, so no, of course. Yeah.
But
they have to be respectful.
Yeah, you're not gonna, you have to be very respectful, and they know.
And you probably outrank them, a lot of them.
All of them, yeah. Not all of them.
What are you? Oh,
yeah.
what?
Like an 03. Well, I am an 03. But and I was saying earlier, the military has done a very good job of I do not get harassed in the military,
Goddamn
which
right.
is so surprising because I always get that question. Everybody assumes that you're in the military and you're just constantly getting harassed day in and day out by these people, but it's a lot better than civilian. It's a lot better than the patients I dealt with in dental school.
Yeah, and you don't want to fuck with Kim because she, like, if you see her pictures from when she was a little kid, she did karate like a motherfucker.
Up.
I will, you know what I might do? I might copy I might screenshot that picture off her Instagram and put it on our podcast Instagram just so people can see how much of a badass Kim and her twin sister are.
Show 'em.
They're like 6 years old in karate costumes, kicking up in the air, and it's the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Oh my gosh. You should see the one. I posted a picture before. I used to get called a boy a lot when I was little in karate because I slicked my hair back so tight.
Yeah, but that was because Mary Kay and Ashley was big, you know? And you guys were like the Olsen twins.
I know. It was so funny because my dad always made fun of us because we would have to take these professional karate photos, and my sister and I thought we were like little models, so we wanted to look really cute. My dad's like, "You guys are not models. Like, you need to take this seriously."
What is she up to?
She's actually okay. Little plug for my sister. So she's living in Phoenix, and she's going to school right now. She wants to go to school for nursing, but to do anything in kind of like the skincare realm. So she's doing facials and aesthetics and stuff like that. So she's out of school. So if you want to get a facial, you should go see my sister.
Dude,
she's amazing.
You should have her hit me up. So my aunt is like my aunt is basically one of the top people for Sente.
Really?
In California. My aunt like runs Sente basically.
Oh, dope.
The skincare. She's like in the medical devices or medical skincare stuff. Sente, yeah. And like your sister is exactly like what my aunt hires.
Oh my gosh.
So
and she's awesome. But yeah, if you want to go get a facial up in Phoenix, my sister is out of school out there right now. It's great.
Don't make a facial joke. Just don't. Just keep it inside.
I was so close to making a facial joke.
I saw you struggling.
Say it. Go ahead.
I'm going to be like, hey, Kim said you would give me a great facial. And then I just get down on my knees in front of her and open my mouth.
Mm-hmm. And yeah. See, that's what you deal with in the civilian world. Wouldn't be in the military.
I would never do that. You know I would never do that. Or to your sister. She's older, right?
She is older.
Yeah, she's older than Kim. You're 28, right?
I just turned 29.
You don't. Oh my God, you're so close.
So freaking old. I'm going to be 30 in a year. I'm pretty excited. It's all good.
Yeah, 30 is the best decade, I've heard.
Amanda.
How old are you guys now?
27?
I'm 28 in about a month.
Good for you.
I know, right?
Just a young buck.
Oh my God, shut the hell up. we're basically literally the same age because we even graduated at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
And I was always older than like everyone around me. I'm like,
of course.
I literally feel like I'm like 45 because what I do for a living. So, okay. I guess we'll close it out with the would you rather and see if she answers. Okay. Here we go. And Lauren did answer this. And Lauren is religious, isn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Would you rather lose your license and never be able to practice again, or have your anal sex tape released online and everyone sees it, including your parents?
Damn.
I know. This is the best one I've ever come up with.
This is a good one.
It's hard because you love what you do, but your parents.
But my parents see my anal sex video.
And it's not like a night in Paris or like the other ones. It's like we have 4K video cameras now, and like there's Zoom capability. Like it's not in VR yet.
Stop adding like details to this. Just let it be.
But you look good. That's all that matters. So you do look good.
As a businesswoman and concerned about my future practice, I would definitely let the anal sex vid be released because I feel like that would attract a lot more.
You're such a good businesswoman.
You'd have your Hinge customers. You'd have your like videotape customers.
So it's
like they'd be like
Dr. Kimber, and then underneath, as seen on Pornhub.
It has the link posted underneath it.
Now, here's
search your cavity. Like that.
Oh my God, you're amazing! Okay, here's a little disclaimer for any creeps fucking listening. If you ever do leak a sex tape of someone, I will hunt you down and kill you.
Yeah, okay.
Very inappropriate.
Real talk, that is.
Real talk. This is NPR Real Talk. I will fucking kill you if you ever release a sex tape of anyone, unless it's yourself masturbating. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
And no one wants to see it. Also, never send a dick pic. Never send a dick video. What's worse, a dick pic or a dick video?
The whole conversation, this whole thing
Dick
should
video.
be PSA. Don't. Unless somebody asks for it, just don't send it.
Yeah, no one's ever
I
asked.
just want to know.
Just with everything in life, consent. Like, come on.
Consent. Yeah. It's like, hey, would you like to see my dick? And they're like, no. And you're like, cool.
Can I give you some real advice here, though?
Yeah.
This is some real advice. As someone who, went from being in a really... No. This isn't bad. It's a little bit bad.
It's a little bit bad.
As someone who went from being in a super long relationship and then I was single for years and stuff, go get yourself, something to pass the time with that you don't need a dude to do. And then that way you can make better decisions on the men. Because then you'll... Like, this is no joke. And this is something I learned, like, in college. I don't think Melvin taught me this one. Someone taught me it. But Melvin taught me this is why I don't send dick pics. Melvin did teach me the Dr. Seuss rule to dating, which is 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish. And it's the 1 text, 2 text, no response, move on. And I've lived by that since college. I will text someone twice. If they do not respond, I drop them.
Interesting.
And it's worked out great. But there's also the other one growing up as a man. If you're about to do something stupid or if you really think you want to hook up with someone or like sleep with an ex or whatever, go jerk off and then make your decision. And every time I've ever done that, I've gone, oh yeah, I just needed to jerk off. And I didn't make that decision.
You make a better decision.
Yep. I swear to God, it's it's a healthy thing to talk about. Masturbation. But
that's such good advice.
Yeah.
It's like never make a decision when you're too horny
or hungry.
Yeah,
or like hungry or fearful.
Yeah.
That's another one.
Anytime.
Any of these bad emotions, like.
Yep.
Yeah.
And seriously, ever since I started doing that, like I've never like texted an ex or like gone back to someone. I've just been like, okay, I'll just jerk off really quick. Oh, now I just want to watch Hulu. Like it's
wow.
It's great. It works. It's amazing.
Profound wisdom.
Profound wisdom from Brad.
Yeah. That's what this is all about,
That's what
sharing
this podcast
wisdom.
is about. Yeah, this podcast has absolutely no basis for like people. Someone asked me the other day, like, "What's your podcast about?" And I was like, everything.
Just talking shit. I don't know.
We
just talking shit.
We literally just talk like we normally talk.
Just wieners shooting the breeze. I don't know, like
shooting the breeze on wieners.
Yeah.
We talk a lot about wieners.
We talked a lot about weenies.
Weenies.
So wait, there's okay. So
are we gonna seriously list all the names?
Yeah. So wiener is a non-sexualized penis. A weenie is a really small non-sexualized penis.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
A penis is just like half hard.
Like right, or just medically.
Yeah, just a medical term.
Medical term.
Okay, so penis is the medical term. Peen is when they're like,
it's
funny. Medical, but you're kind of like, I mean, yeah.
It's funny.
And then dick is like hard, and then cock is like, I don't know if I want that inside me.
Cock is gonna slap you in the face.
Cock is gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Like I've never
no matter
felt
where it goes, it's gonna hurt.
I've never felt my cervix before, but I'm about to.
Yeah, I'm about to.
So, and then
it's so true though. It's a real thing.
Yeah, like I hear guys all the time who are like, dude, I wish my dick was like 13 inches. I go, no, you do not. No girl would sleep with you at all.
Yeah, that's...
Like that would suck, and not in the good way. Like you want just enough to go balls deep.
Yeah, no. It's
Kim, have I changed at all?
No, same Brad.
Was I really this bad?
No, you.
You're worse.
Describe me to Amanda.
With being yourself. Okay. Let's see.
Oh yes.
Back when I met you. Okay. I remember you were always very unique.
Wow.
That's still true.
Literally makes me sound like the ugliest fucking person on the planet.
No, I think you were.
And I'm not. I'm
sure
super attractive.
Yeah, you were
Thank
like
you.
this, but not as vulgar.
Which is surprising because your family is super vulgar.
Are they?
Yeah.
In the funny way.
No, in a hilarious way.
We don't have like as Jews. We never grew up with like that filter.
Like the dinner table is just so inappropriate.
We've talked about sex since we were like.
It's so funny.
We talk about sex openly with our families. Like it's not a weird thing.
You guys talk about the difference between dick and cock.
Maybe next week.
next talk. Next table talk.
I don't know. I'm heading to their house later today to drop stuff off.
Bring it up to them and just get their feedback on the whole topic.
My mom will be like, that's a good point.
Your dad will have something funny to say.
No, you think about it and you're like, it's so true.
Yeah, no.
It is.
So true.
It's very true.
Yeah, my family's always been like that. Like, just, Jews are very non-sexually repressed people. Like, in growing up, like, your rabbi you'd be like, Rabbi, I got laid. And he'd be like, high five. Like, we don't believe in, like, sex till marriage, stuff like that. Like, we believe in responsible, like, sex, but it was never, it's a mitzvah, a good deed to have sex in the Jewish religion. Okay. So we don't know where all, like, the save yourself till marriage comes from. But that sounds like a horrible idea, because what if you get married and it's horrible?
Right. Yeah.
Like,
it's a real thing.
It's a big chance you're taking, yeah. Hopefully it works out for those that do.
Yeah.
It's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off.
Big gamble.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm just like, there's some, I don't know. And like, what if you never get married? Then you can never have sex.
You never get to have sex.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think at that point they're probably like, okay, let's just do this.
That's why I'm so glad I live in an age where IUDs are a real thing. I cannot imagine.
As opposed to a fake thing?
No, like as opposed to no birth control at all.
Well, I mean, there's different forms besides an IUD.
There's pills, but like pills can go wrong for so many reasons.
They really can. IUD, you're just like, I could just
finish that sentence.
Let it go.
No, IUDs are great because I'm like, yo, if I don't want to pull out today, I don't have to pull out today.
Or ever. Why would you ever pull out? Like,
oh my God, I'm in love. Amanda just gave me a look. Oh, come on. Everyone knows pulling out's the worst. That's my fetish. If I were to say that's my fetish, my fetish is definitely coming inside of someone.
Interesting.
Why is that? It feels so fucking good. And it's like hot.
Yeah.
Why is this such a weird conversation for you guys?
I'm sitting right here.
It's not. No, it's not. That is the beauty of the IUDs. 99% effective. Okay, can I tell you guys a real quick story about my awkward encounter with having to have a birth control conversation with men?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
At my work.
Oh.
So I work at a hospital. Oh my gosh, I'll tell you really quickly. So I work at a hospital, right? And we have to get exams once a year, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. One as well. Visit. So I'm scheduled to see like a family medicine physician, just to have my normal family, the women's well visits. And I'm scheduled with a female. Last minute, they changed it to a dude, and it's a guy that I know from the hospital. I know this guy.
No.
So he walks in, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And I was like, look, I just had a pap smear. We really don't need to undress. Can we just get, talk about birth control so I can get my birth control and we can move forward? But he had a young medical student with him. Oh. And he asked if the med student could go through all the birth control options with me. So I'm like, sure. And he's talking about the effectiveness of each. And I found out that for IUDs, they are 99% effective. Very exciting. Mm-hmm. So he called the pull-out method. Instead of calling out the pull-out method, he calls it coitus interruptus.
Coitus interruptus?
That's like technically the real term.
That's my band name.
That's the real term. And he's like super like serious about it. And I'm sitting there on the table uncomfortable talking to two young men about birth control.
That's so weird.
Which we don't have to, I've had this conversation a lot. Anyways. And then he goes, yeah, coitus interruptus, and it's 70% effective. I'm like, oh God. Anyway, so now you know.
Yeah, no, and condoms are even less effective because I can go into this whole thing about
they're more if they don't break.
No, there's this whole thing on condoms that they weren't actually invented for that, and I can go into it, but I don't feel like being preachy.
Yeah.
Anyway, condoms are not effective. Don't trust them, and I mean, look, no one's ever gotten pregnant in the ass. That's all I'm saying.
Oh boy, that's true.
What's the other? As long as she's on top, she won't get pregnant. That's how gravity works.
Oh God.
Yes, please tell everyone that. It's a great idea.
I could see like just Congress coming out and saying that because they have no idea how it works. But yeah, so okay, let's finish off here. We're already an hour in. See, time goes by fast.
I know,
right? I want to finish off with the story we've all been waiting for. Okay. And this is a New Year's story from Kim on how she now may possibly be followed by a woman who is in love with her.
Oh,
Kim,
yeah.
take it away.
Oh, this is actually okay. So I did listen on a different podcast that you love lesbians, right? Is that
Well,
a true
only
thing?
as long as both are hot.
What?
Okay. Either way,
I'm just kidding. Yeah, keep
says the
going.
lesbians. I love lesbians.
Yeah, of course.
They're so yeah. I feel like I just want to be like them. They're so confident.
You can be.
Mhm.
It's pretty
I
easy.
can be, and I'm trying to embody that, and I'd like to be. But anyway, so yeah, I go to New
Wait.
Year's party. I'm with my brother at some gay bars, and I just got double teamed by 2 lesbians. It was awesome.
Word choice. Word choice. Word choice. Word choice.
But on the dance floor. But yeah, one of them, I walk in, and they're so confident. I was so just like super into it. But yeah, one of them comes in, she's like the short hair, white t-shirt, cargo pants kind of thing. The other one, baggier pants with a jersey.
Oh, so these
They're
were not
nice.
lipstick lesbians. These were butches.
No, they were like, yeah. But one was super cute, actually. She had like little dimples. She's very pretty. But yeah, they all of a sudden, they just start coming at me and just dancing with me and like trading me off between each other. And one of them, her name is Madison.
Oh my
And
God, of course it is.
She was like, and I'm dancing with her, and I'm like a little bit shy still. I'm like, I haven't really done a lot of this stuff or any of it. And so I'm dancing with her, and she's like, look me in the eyes. And I was like, oh God, okay. Sure.
Look at me.
She like made me look her in the eyes.
That's
It was
so
like a game.
scary.
That's
Yeah.
intense.
She was super aggressive. And then all of a sudden the other one grabs me back, and I'm dancing with her, and then she licks my neck.
She licks your neck?
Wow.
She licked my neck.
Okay, here's my question and break off. At any point were you actually like kind of into it?
I think, okay.
Sexuality is a sliding scale.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sliding scale.
Yeah.
I mean,
Absol-
it was fun.
Would you?
I don't know if I would do I wouldn't do, okay, here's the deal with, I wouldn't do anything off a dance floor with a girl. Does that make sense? Like,
I mean,
I don't
dance
want
floors
to
are
see
pretty
another girl
crowded, so-
naked. Yeah. Like,
You
I
don't
like
think you
men.
would try it?
I don't think I would.
Because let me tell
Maybe.
you, I've tried it with a girl and it's fantastic.
Oh my God.
Maybe I would, though. I have no idea. And I'm not going to say never because, like we talked about earlier, things change. You know,
Yeah.
who knows what's going to happen down the road? I'll probably want to do something like that. I have no idea.
And look at the bright side. A woman will never send you a dick pic.
This is true.
Exactly. But I was talking about, too, it's so funny with girls. Like, if a guy was doing this, I could have been like, ew, get away from me, you creep. But it's weird to say that to a girl. Like,
Yeah.
girls aren't creepy.
No, I
They can
completely
get away
agree.
with so much more. I'm not going to be like, get off me, you creep.
I mean, she did lick your neck. That's
Yeah. And if it was a dude who did that, I would have been like, ew. But it was a girl, so I was like,
You're like, okay.
You're like,
Okay.
I have tingles in my
Yeah.
back.
yeah, I'm feeling something. Yeah.
So you gave her your number.
thing.
I remember you texted me after New Year's and you're like, yeah, this lesbian has my number. I go, Kim, how'd she get your number? And you're like, I gave it to her.
Because she asked me and I couldn't say no. She was like so aggressive and so dominant, and I was like, I can't say no.
It's
So I
like
gave it to her,
prison
and then
rules.
she texted me. Yeah, she texted me 3 times, and I finally responded by the 3rd time. And then we had a pretty decent conversation, and we haven't really talked since. But I kind of might reach out to her and just say hi.
Is it the cute one?
No.
Oh, then no, don't.
No, I should just let it go. I just want to be like her in life, as aggressive as she is. I was
Yeah, and then
impressed.
just like have her mentor you, you know?
I want that. Yeah, I want her. I
You
should
know-
ask her. Can you be my mentor?
Yeah.
We should have her on the podcast.
We should definitely have her on.
Have
the
her and
podcast.
Kim call into the podcast and have her mentor
Yeah.
Kim.
Yeah.
And just we have notepads out.
Steps, how to be more dominant and aggressive in life.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not
Yeah.
that it's not hard to be a dominant and aggressive.
Yeah.
The problem is people these days get so offended and
Yeah.
scared over everything, and it's like, oh, God, dude, shut up.
Yeah.
But I get it, and you know what?
Yeah.
That's good on you. That's not even something to that's a great story. You did right by those girls.
Heck yeah, I feel
Yeah, you
good about
did.
it.
Times
We
that
all
they
had a
are
good
changing.
time.
Yeah.
They are changing. I had fun. You're great. I would do it again. Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah.
What was her name?
Next podcast.
You're right. Next podcast we'll have her on.
Podcast.
No, yeah, no. We need. So the next podcast will be. Next time we have you on, it's going to be a lot less about your personal life, and then we'll get to more. So like the first time we had Loren on, it was like very much about Loren, and Jackie was very much about Jackie, and then like the second time, third time, they're like it's just like bullshitting about like stupid shit.
Yeah,
because I had so many funny shower thoughts I saved from Reddit.
This is the Get to Know You podcast.
Seriously, I have a bunch of notes for today of my trip to Oregon that I'll just talk about in the next podcast because Loren's coming to the studio. But like, this has been such a good fucking conversation about Kim that I wasn't going to use any of my notes, which is good because like that's how I like it. But no, you were a fantastic guest. It was so much fun, and this is going to be a wonderful episode. And I will send, once we post it tomorrow, I'll text you the link. So if you actually feel comfortable
sharing it with my fans.
With your fans.
Yeah,
with Instagram.
No joke though. I mean, you got some fans.
1,000 followers.
I know, it's getting real.
You know, some
I'll
dude's gonna listen to
see
it
if
and be like,
portrays
"That's
me in
me."
a good light. Yeah.
Some dude's gonna like email me and be like, "Hey, that was about me. You need to take that off."
The dick pic part?
Nah.
Yeah.
The dick pic part is like, you talked about my penis, my
My wiener.
my wiener, and now I'm.
Talking about my wiener.
Oh my god. Well, wow, what are we coming up on here?
So we're an
Oh
hour.
boy.
Oh,
Okay. Okay. It's time for me
So-
to get back to work.
Oh my god, right?
Sure.
So, everyone,
Gotta go
for
watch
listening today, episode 20, thank you very much. We appreciate you. We love you. Our statistics are once again through the goddamn roof. I've been refreshing the page every like 5 minutes. It's incredible. We're up like 180% every single week. It's crazy. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button on Apple Podcasts, or Spotify, or any of those that we're on. That'd be awesome. If you could rate us, and what's that star rating we're looking for?
Oh, 5-star
I think
maybe?
that's it.
Yeah.
And kind of get rid of we have some trolls that like to rate us really
That
low
we
because
love.
we offend them, which is fine.
We love our trolls.
Yeah, we've gotten trolls lately. But yeah, if you could subscribe, like, comment, or email us at hotbodycoffeepodcast.com with any questions or shit you want us to talk about. Obviously, nothing's off limits, apparently, except Chernobyl. I won't talk about that. I don't know. It was just random. It came to my head. I'm not on my Adderall right now. So anyway, we will catch you next week with Loren in the studio. But until then, peace.
Bye.
Kim, you going to say bye?
Bye. I'm here.